Let's face it, some game collecting has gotten pretty expensive, but luckily for you, there are many different ways of playing classic video games. And one of the ways that many people play games is using flash cards. And these are cartridges that you can stick into original hardware and play an assortment of retro video games, and it is a very affordable way to go. Now, Senko Games reached out and they sent me the Easy Flash Definitive Edition. This is a flash cart for the Game Boy Advance, and you have the ability to play Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, even Nintendo games on your classic handhelds. And in today's video, I'm going to do an unboxing, show you a few features, and I'm going to tell you 10 games that you need to check out that you may want to play on a flash cart. So sit back, relax. You may want to grab some popcorn. Here we go. So here's the unboxing of the Easy Flash Definitive Edition, and I think it offers a very affordable option for people wanting to play Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. Here is the website, and I'll put a link below to where you can find out more information about what this product offers. And so here it is, really nice looking. This particular flash cart has lots of different options, save states. There is just many features, and on the website it goes more into that. Save states, built-in cheats. This version has the option of adding an additional micro SD card. So there you go, it inserts just like that, easy. There's also a little switch on the side that you can use for DS functionality. I tested it on original hardware, and I'm capturing footage using the Game Boy player. I'm sure people are curious if this works with the Analog Pocket. I've been told it does, as the Analog Pocket is compatible with flash carts. I will test that when I get my Analog Pocket, which I purchased eventually, but that's going to be a while. Here's the menu when you boot it up on your screen. I categorize my games within folders. It does have a built-in rumble feature as well, and games such as Drill Dozer have that. So there's all different types of options here. I wanted to kind of toggle through some of the features that the Easy Flash has. Really like that. And so, yeah, I'm going to jump right into a game. Really neat to see that it does offer some additional features, including some cheats. I like that the little icons right before the ROM tell you what type of game it is. And the first game I definitely have to recommend is Donkey Kong. Now, Donkey Kong is an amazing Game Boy game. The nice thing is, too, is I'm playing a modified ROM that has the Super Game Boy features, the additional colors and sounds. Really nice to see that this is fairly compatible with the majority of Game Boy ROMs. And so if you haven't played Donkey Kong, and it's definitely one of my favorite original Game Boy games, as it offers so much more than the original Donkey Kong. It is really a puzzle game with 97 additional levels. That's right, 97 additional levels. A must play. You know, a lot of my Game Boy playing stopped with Super Mario Land 2, but Wario Land is actually pretty fantastic and kind of gets overlooked, and so I'm encouraging people to check it out, as, you know, it was really a pinnacle Game Boy game, and there's so many additional mechanics. You know, you're playing kind of as the bad guy. I really like that, and depending on how much money you collect in this game, it determines your ending. So multiple different endings, great gameplay, awesome sound, and I think this is going to be a favorite for many original Game Boy players out there. And so I highly recommend checking this game out. It kind of gets overlooked, and one I think is well worth going back and revisiting and playing. This next recommendation, Tetris Deluxe, is a preference. You may like the original Tetris, which had different music. There is a different rotation system with Tetris Deluxe, but it's Tetris. There's some additional features with Tetris Deluxe you may want to consider. The game modes are Marathon, 40 lines, and Ultra for Deluxe instead of A-Type and B-Type from the original. And so I think that this is a wonderful game. If you haven't played one of the original Tetris games, Tetris or Tetris Deluxe, there's some additional color options with this one. This is the one that I play. and go back to, even though I grew up with the original Tetris. I really enjoyed the original Link's Awakening, and the Game Boy Color version adds an additional dungeon, a few enemies and puzzles, and so I highly recommend checking out this version. If you haven't gone back and played this Game Boy Color masterpiece, it is a must for Zelda fans. And so really enjoyed this one. It had the feel of the Super Nintendo Zelda, and it has awesome graphics and gameplay. And if you are a fan of those original classic Zelda games and you haven't checked this one out, this is a must play. I highly recommend it. There was some amazing Game Boy Advance Castlevania games, and I'm going to pick Ara of Sorrow. I think this is a wonderful 2D Castlevania. You're going to have your preference and favorites. You know, this included the Soul system, which was really popular, and it really is an awesome exploratory Castlevania. Different items and equipment and magic, different game modes. There's a boss rush mode, excellent visuals and graphics. There is something for everyone in this Castlevania game, and it is, for me, one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games to play. It is a must-play if you're a fan of the series. This is also on the Game Boy Advance Collection, which was just released. An awesome compilation. If you don't have any retro consoles, you can play it that way. You can't talk about some of the best Game Boy Advance games without bringing up Golden Sun and its sequel, which was even better. But here's the original. I do recommend checking out this role-playing game series. There was a DS one, but the first two are considered the best in the game series, and I do recommend it. Excellent graphics and story. There's a lot of use of magic to solve puzzles. And if you're a fan of role-playing games, you definitely have to check this game series out, and want to recommend the second one as it's even better. There are a ton of Fire Emblem games. We got a few here in the States. Late to the party, but still it was nice to see that these were eventually offered here in the States. This is Fire Emblem, just called Fire Emblem here, and this is a wonderful strategy series that has been very popular and successful since it launched back on the original Famicom back in the day, and it's just gotten better and better. And so this is just one of many releases you may want to check out. There's some other games in the series, but this is the one that I remember purchasing and playing. Many hours of gameplay with this one. The Game Boy Advance got a pair of awesome 2D Metroid games, and I actually prefer Metroid Zero Mission, as it's a re-imaging of the original Metroid, and I do recommend people playing this one. It's a bit short, but for people limited on time, this is a wonderful Metroid 2D game. I absolutely love this. I'm a big fan of Metroid Fusion as well. I think that's excellent. But I grew up with the original, and this takes the original and kind of just steps it up a notch with excellent visuals and graphics. Everything you like about the original is here with a re-imaging, and I think they did a wonderful job, and it is a must-play for Metroid fans. This is a game that I do typically try to go back every few years or so. I did beat it, and I think it is awesome. While I'm not personally the biggest Pokemon fan, it'd be silly not to recommend a Pokemon game on Games to Play on your Game Boy Advance. And Pokemon Emerald Edition is the one that I think is a good one to dive into. It is an update of Ruby and Sapphire. This was the third game to be released in the third generation of Pokemon games, and I think there is a lot for people to enjoy about this game. It's got awesome visuals, and all the battling, all the collecting of previous Pokemon games is enhanced here, and I know that many people grew up and played this version. I saw this everywhere at game expos and people talking about it, as I think it is a good Pokemon game and one I recommend jumping into. I had this game recommended to me by so many people, and actually I haven't delved into it too much, but I know for many people out there, Mother 3 is the #1 Game Boy Advance game that they play. Unfortunately, we never got an official release here that I know of, but there are fan translations out there, and this is an ideal game to play on a flash card. I guess it has an amazing story. I hear it's kind of sad, and if you're a fan of the Earthbound series, this is a must play. One that I definitely want to play more if I have time, and it's one I think that is just the game to play for the Game Boy Advance, and probably the #1 pick for many people. A nice bonus of the Easy Flash player is the ability to play NES games. Holy cow, that's so awesome. And what I'm going to be playing is an aftermarket game, Micro Mages. An amazing game if you haven't played it on your Nintendo. So definitely worth checking out. 4 players. And so it's playing on a Game Boy Advance. And so I think that's an amazing, ideal bonus feature, as you know, the NES library is huge. Many games are fairly compatible with this. And so the screen display may look a little odd, but I think this is a cool, awesome option and a great additional feature for this Easy Flash player. The link is below if you want to find out more information about this product, as well as some of the other products offered on SenkoGames.com. And what are your picks to play games on a flash cart for Game Boy Advance? I would love to hear them. And I want to say thank you for the people that responded to this question that I posted on YouTube community, as some of the games that I chose today were from you. So thank you so much for mentioning these classic games. And, you know, there's some amazing games out there, and I'm sure you're going to have your favorites, and you may not agree with the ones I chose today. That's okay. Post the ones in the comments below that you would choose to play on a flash cart. I want to say thank you for everybody coming to my channel. I have lots of content that I upload every week, and I enjoy talking about classic video games and sharing that information with you. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell, as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you have a good day.